Skaws top three, and we can see Belittle sitting back down.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get a rematch.
We're getting another one. We're getting another one.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to die by the end of this.
I'm going to need another drink.
Yeah, I'm curious how this is going to play out. What was the game count from Skaws?
3-1.
Was it 3-1?
3-1.
Yeah.
And it looked like the way that it was going was that Skaws, from what I recall, Belittle won the first 2 games. Skaws began to make a real hot comeback in that game 3. Like a pretty solid game 3. Game 4 was in Skaws' favor until it really, really wasn't. There was a reversal, deep breathing forward tilt, and then that incredible offstage sequence at the end that just obliterated that final stop.
How could I forget? Yeah, I was just curious because I was thinking in terms of for a rematch. I mean, Belittle kind of gave Skaws the hands in those later games, but I don't know. Skaws is on some momentum right now. He made Toon and Game & Watch look great. Or maybe
Honestly,
not great, but made it work.
So we are going to see maybe a little bit more of a quicker pace in this set as well, because, you know, we see Belittle. Belittle likes running in. Yes, you can camp, but why would you?
Why would you?
When I can deep breathing down air you, get you off stage, and then maybe kill you in a minute? Who knows?
Yeah, I think slightly slower pace so far. I think still good damage though here for Belittle so far. I think Belittle wants deep breathing if he's going to go properly in. Happy to just play the ledge trap game for the time being.
Yeah, and we're seeing that, you know, the deep breathing and the percent lead does force Skaws to make a move. When he's charging that hitbox, wow, just off stage. But again, I'm Skaws smiling, nodding in the player cam. It's such a different, when there's not a place on the line.
Yeah.
It's such a different vibe. It's
you
such
can take
a
it
different
stride.
atmosphere. Yeah. Like, you can appreciate the gameplay knowing that you've won the best prize that you can at this point. I mean, obviously, first place would be nice. Let's not get it twisted.
First place
would be nice. But
yeah, the thing that just surprises me so much is, like, I know I might, okay, Belittle's played pretty well. Skaws was playing pretty well. And then I look down and see the stock count and the percent count. And just, I forget how much damage Belittle's combos do. But Skaws answering back. He's always a bomb confirmed into an aerial away from killing you.
We can see just trying to bait that grab out, but Belittle not quite managing to get much there.
Yeah, up smash not having too much of a horizontal range. And that hurting Belittle there. I think he thought he was a bit closer there before he let that rip.
And once again, the ledge trap, the back tilt. We've seen it time and time again. The Toon Link special.
Ooh, gets the confirm. Skaws doing great to bring this back.
And again, getting hit by a lot of these projectiles. It's really difficult because I feel like when you're playing against a character with a heavy projectile game, sometimes you kind of like, you'll do a couple of inputs on the basis that you've got the right timing.
Yeah.
And then you mess up the timing for the first projectile. But then because of that, you mess up the timing for the second projectile. And you just take a load of damage. But in the same vein, Skaws has brought this all the way back. However,
he's breathing. It's some deep, that's some deep-ass breathing right now.
That's deep breathing. Ooh, and
I think projectile characters, they always want their rhythm with their projectiles, but...
Wow, just the turn around, back air. Just trying to run off. And down air.
Spaghetti.
Hang on. Hang on a second. Skaws is cooking again.
He catches another roll.
Skaws is cooking again.
One more of those. Yeah. Attacks into the bomb. That's enough for the forward air. The crowd's popping off for that.
God damn. And again, we saw, I mean, the difference this time is that even though Belittle was giving him a bit of the hands right at the start, it didn't
came back.
It didn't take a game. It took a stock or two.
A stock's a stock. You got to close out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, Skaws momentum.
Yeah, I just think Skaws, maybe it's, as you say, because of the kind of lower pressure, the fact that he's now qualified for the top 4 spot tomorrow. But yeah, I just think it's just something about the way he's playing. He's more composed. He's not getting as overwhelmed. Like, he's had to fight some like crazy playstyles. He's had to fight aggro WiiFit. He's had to fight aggro Captain Falcon, of course.
Yeah, and then going from like that to like really slow Game & Watch as well. Like you've been sort of here, there, and everywhere.
He's less flustered, I feel like. I think he's playing with like less sort of like a sudden kind of quirky, flustered movements. He's just playing solid, and that's enough for him to take game 1.
And that's the thing, you know, we mentioned earlier on that Belittle was very much a momentum-based player, but I feel like Skaws is that as well. And I feel like Toon Link, and particularly the way that Skaws plays his advantage state, his ledge trapping, is really, really momentum-based. Once he's cooking, he is cooking.
This edge guard, if he gets this is crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't quite manage to get the down air there. Just retreating that jab 1. Thankfully, the hitbox there, intercepting, and the sour spot down air.
I'll tell you what, Belittle's success rate on these down airs, they were so good earlier on in the bracket, but last few just slightly mistimed or misspaced.
Yeah, and the thing is that I feel almost that at early percents is quite worth going for, particularly if you're at a deficit. You can really, really get a lot off going for that like one hard read down air. But I feel like when Skaws was at like 130%, it's like maybe it was just worth electing for the ledge trap instead.
Yeah, especially because if you miss, you put yourself on the ledge, really. So the risk reward has got to be there, but I understand the temptation to just end it all right there and then.
And I think also particularly with how good Skaws' ledge traps have been. But that's the thing, neither of these players managing to get like these big explosive hits going, and 154% was on Skaws when he finally killed. Died from that forward throw.
He needs to finish it now. The air dodge from Belittle. It does catch him out of shield. Great forwarder.
I did see Belittle recoil a little bit there, whether that was a shield poke or maybe just dropping that shield a frame or two too early. But either way, we are seeing Belittle still with a really strong lead here.
I'm just so confused watching Skaws, man. Belittle had, Belittle had deep breathing, and Skaws just ran in and tried to hit him. That's crazy.
I really love that attempt with the soccer ball as well, just to intercept the up B. I don't think he quite anticipated that Toon Link's up B would just scoop up the soccer ball and then hit him with it as well. It was like, oh, thank you for the toy. I shall use it myself. Do you like playing? Fancy a round, 5-a-side?
I mean, like, the whole chant is he shoots, he scores. You can't play soccer with Skaws. You can't use the soccer ball. He shoots it. He's shooting, he's scoring. And there we go.
Yeah, it's looking like that right now. What started off as a pretty big lead has slowly but surely been shrinking in front of Belittle's eyes.
This is very close. I always think game 2 is so important because it's the difference between it being an even set 1-1 or it being 2-0, where your opponent has to do a reverse 3-0 to win the set.
Reverse 3-0s are it's just not it. It's just not the one. Even with a lot of rage.
Yeah, wasn't enough.
So tricky here. And just
great recognition of the range on that OP there.
Yeah, just suck it in.
Just sucked him in. And as we say, the very tilting Toon Link squeals in, I don't know, in agony or disgust, and then eventually you die.
Or delight, you never know.
Yeah.
It's about to kill someone. Toon Link didn't think he had it in him. Maybe he does have the dog in him the whole time.
Maybe he does have that dog in him.
Maybe he does.
I'll tell you what, I know Jamie Belittle, he wanted to finish that. He died at plus 200% there, which is kind of rare for Belittle so far. I feel like he's killed quite early.
Yeah, particularly with, deep breathing and that. You can kill so early. To go all the way up to 200%, it's really not good. And it just goes to show how well Skaws has been playing around these really, really dangerous options.
Yeah. I think I have noticed that Skaws has not camped Belittle this set or as much, but he's definitely walling him out more. Belittle's trying to kind of run and get something started. But Skaws is fading back with bombs, fading back with areas, not letting Belittle get the kind of pressure that he wants.
Once again.
It might be good night, John Boy. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's just dead.
Yeah,
he's just dead.
I'm a bit worried about Belittle. I saw a shake of the head and I heard the words, run it back. No time taken.
Yeah, I think, look, a thing that I think gets underappreciated for a lot of these top players entering tournaments like this is you need some damn stamina.
Yeah.
You need some stamina because, look, if you give your all into every set, a few sets go by and, like Belittle's had the gauntlet. He's ran the gauntlet. He's played up to winners finals.
Yeah, and also particularly against Toon Link, where you need to be constantly thinking about, you're not just thinking, well, Toon Link has stood here. You got to think about the bomb. You got to think about the boomerang.
Yeah.
You got to think about, okay, well, if I'm on this platform, what combo can I get hit by? The bombers in hand. Is he going to throw it? Is he not? Am I in range of Zaire? Like, there's so much to think about. And this late in the bracket as well, it's really not the kind of opponent that you want to end up fighting if you're getting mentally exhausted.
Yeah, I think it is a stamina point. And we see Skaws taking the lead so far. But Bilo answering back. Reversals with the up air, no less.
Just taking his time, trying to get this conversion. Lovely reversal there.
The ball nearly hit Skaws. That would have been a disaster.
And just caught the bomb and reversal out of it as well. And now we are seeing potential chance of a big advantage here for Belittle. But again, just Skaws edging his way back onto the stage, just getting slowly but surely back to
I love that. The empty jump, just to bait out a movement option from Belittle and catches him with the aerial.
Yeah, and we're just seeing, once again, a lot of these reversal options coming out with deep breathing. A lot of them are going to start killing quite soon.
Yeah. I feel like Skaws has avoided all of the soccer ball and deep sun salutation shenanigans off stage. I don't think he's got hit by any of them so far this game. Very few.
And this is where it gets tricky. Again, Skaws is playing so well around those options, like you were saying. And then it took a back air at 160% to take the first stock.
Skaws has been living. He has been tanking stocks like his life depends on it.
Yeah, and this is where it begins to look a little bit more positive. That was a really tasty 72% string from Belittle there with the deep breathing. You know, there are still signs of life.
Yeah, I think, look, as we said, I think game one, or maybe even game two, Skaws was putting up the wall. I think he was kind of really not allowing Belittle to get the pressure in. Belittle's finding a few gaps now. There's a few holes in the armor that he's finding his way through.
You can just see, once again, the deep breathing. That's so much shield pressure as well. The bomb to forward air, tried and true, but not quite enough to kill just yet. But we can see Skaws ready every single time, as is the crowd, just ready to cheer for their boy every time he gets a stop.
He shoots, he scores. Oh, advantage state. Advantage state.
Yeah, and just anticipating the run-in. Catching with the forward tilt and deep breathing, just running out in the nick of time for Skaws. Only taking a little bit of percent.
All right, this is it, Jamie. Belittle's got to make it happen here and now if he wants to stay alive in this tournament. But Skaws is bringing the pressure. He's setting up the bombs and boomerangs.
Yeah, and all it's going to take is one conversion at the ledge.
Oh, I tell you what. Oh, that was so dangerous. Going slightly high.
Really, really was. And just catching the dash back there. And bombs are flying. Volleyballs are flying.
Oh, wow,
back air.
Reversal. What a back air that was from Belittle, man.
And that's the thing. He's been getting real mileage off these reversal situations.
He's been pressing aerials at disadvantage. What's curious is if you're WiiFit, because of the way your hurtbox shifts so much from your different aerials, it's actually not a bad shout. You press back air, not only is it obviously a great mash tool to like hit someone if they've got too close, but it also completely changes your hurtbox in a way where it just sort of flattens you, which can be useful to avoid certain hitboxes. So great stuff to Jamie then.
But we are seeing the difference in temperament between the two players right now. We've seen Belittle's got a game on the board, and suddenly we're taking a little bit of a break. We've had a sip of water. We've had a little think. We're running it back into game 4. This could be the start of something new. Previous set was hot as hell. Went pretty down to the wire, all things considered.
Ooh.
And now at this point, it's almost like the roles have been reversed here.
Yeah, I'd say so. It feels like the explosive end-to-end stocks flying gameplay we saw in the winner's set. It's been here in parts, but I think it's been a more, not attritional set, but like, I just think Skaws, I don't know, I just really like the way he's walling Belittle out from getting it started.
Yeah, and it's been, the fact that Skaws has been living to such high percents is kind of evidence of that as well.
Yeah.
The fact that we've not really been seeing these kind of like crazy strings, these crazy hard reads.
Yeah, the end killing you at 70 sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, instead you're dying at 170 to moves that maybe would have killed 40% ago, but you didn't manage to get the hit because Skaws was just avoiding it perfectly. And maybe taking a little bit of time between then and now, a little bit of thought in between, and suddenly Skaws is showing his studiousness.
I think one thing I would say is that I feel like Skaws has found it a lot easier to land the bomb confirms this set. I think that B-Little's defense has been slightly off in terms of being able to avoid those hits, but gets the back tilt, as we say.
Yep. So tricky now. And this is the thing. Whilst Toon Link is at kill percent, it has not been much of a kill percent in this set. And you can see just these little hits here and there. And Skaws doesn't need to push advantage state, particularly whilst B-Little is in deep breathing. Yeah. You can get these long hits, you can make B-Little, and then suddenly deep breathing's not there anymore. And then suddenly it's a lot safer to fight.
Yeah, I think low-key, when WiiFit's got deep breathing, you should just get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Just like, there's no need to contest this limit character. Oh, I'll tell you what, Joycey.
Yeah, and it feels like the momentum that B-Little was charging through in the winner set has just been straight up transferred over to Skaws right now. It feels as if the uphill climb might be a bit too much.
Skaws, man. Skaws, man. Nah, that's ridiculous.
What?
No way.
On earth.
Nah,
that was literally an exact mirroring of the winner set.
We got a 3-1 in winners. We got a 3-1 in losers, but
and a ridiculous with the winner winning the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Game 3 going to the opponent, and Game 4 getting bloody styled on.
Oh man, Skaws was cooking. You know, I think the mental stamina may be slightly running out for B-Little. Still in good form. Seems in good spirits. But yeah, Skaws brought the fire for that game as well.